Okay, let's try something different.
Number 10. The Sims 3 is the third major title in the life simulation video game developed by the Sim Studio Maxis and published by Electronic Arts. It is the sequel to the best-selling computer game, The Sims 2. It was first announced that it was in development for PlayStation 3 and Wii in November 2006, and later announced for OS X and Microsoft Windows. It has sold over 7.72 million copies. Number 9. HalfLife. HalfLife is a science fiction first-person shooter video game developed by Valve LLC, released in 1998 by Serious Studios for Microsoft Windows. It was Valve LLC debut product and first in the Half-Life series. Players assume the role of Dr. Gordon Freeman, who must fight his way out of the secret research facility after a teleportation experiment goes disastrously wrong, fighting enemies and solving puzzles. It has sold over 9.4 million copies. Number 8. HalfLife II. HalfLife II is a first-person shooter video game and the sequel to Half-Life, which was published in 1998, developed by Valve Corporation. It was released on November 16, 2004, following a 5-year, $40 million development, during which a subsequent part of the project was leaked and distributed on the internet. The game was developed alongside Valve's Steam software. It introduced Source Game Engine, and because of Steam, was the first single-player video game to require online product activation. 9.4 million copies have been released. Number 7. Garrys Mod. Garrys Mod is a sandbox physics game created by Gary Newman and developed by his company, Facepunch Studios. Garrys Mod was originally a mod for Valve Corporation's HalfLife 2, but later was made into standalone release in 2006 for Microsoft Windows, published by Valve Corporation. Later, updates saw an OS X port added in 2010 and a version of Linux in 2013. It has sold over 10 million copies. Number 6. Starcraft. Starcraft is a military science fiction media franchise created by Chris Metzen and James Finney and owned by Blizzard Entertainment. The series centers on a galactic struggle for dominance between 4 species: the adaptable and mobile Terrans, the ever-evolving Insotic Zerg, the powerful Enigmatic Protoss, and the godlike Exel Naga, creator race in a distant part of Milky Way galaxy known as the Korp-Rulu sector and the beginning of the 26th century. The series debuted with the video game Starcraft in 1998. Since then, it has grown to include a number of other games, as well as 8 novelizations, 2 amazing story articles, a board game, and other licensed merchandise such as collectible statues and toys. Starcraft has sold over 11 million copies. Number 5. The Sims. The Sims is a life simulation video game series developed by EA Maxis and published by Electronic Arts. It is one of the best-selling video game series of all time. As of September 2013, the franchise has sold more than 175 million copies worldwide, including Sims, The Sims, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4. The series created by Maxis before the development of the series translated into the Sim Studio between 2006 and 2008. The Sim Studio later reintegrated into the refreshed EA Maxis label in 2012, where it continues to be developed by both teams. The Sims have sold over 11.24 million copies. Number 4. CounterStrike is a series of a multiplayer first-person shooter video games in which teams of terrorists and counter-terrorists battle to respectively prepare an act of terror, bombing, hostage-taking, and prevent it, bomb defusal, hostage rescue. The series began on Windows in 1999 with the first version of CounterStrike. It was initially released as a modification for Half-Life and developed by Min Guzman, Le and Jess Cliffe before the rights to the game's intellectual property were acquired by Valve Corporation, the developers of Half-Life. CounterStrike Offensive Global has sold over 12.5 million copies. Number 3. Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is an action role-playing video game developed and published by Blizzard Entertainment. It is the third installment in the Diablo franchise and was released in the Americas, Europe, South Korea, and Taiwan on May 15, 2002, and Russia on June 7, 2012, for Microsoft Windows and OS X. A console version was released for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 on September 3, 2013. Versions for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were released on August 19, 2014. Diablo 3 has sold over 12.6 million copies. Number 2. World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game released in 2004 by Blizzard Entertainment. It is the fourth release game set in the fantasy Warcraft universe, which is the first introduced by Warcraft Orcs and Humans in 1994. World of Warcraft takes place within the Warcraft world of Azeroth, approximately 4 years after the events at the conclusion of Blizzard's previous Warcraft release, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. Blizzard Entertainment announced the World of Warcraft on September 2, 2001. The game was released on November 23, 2004. On the 10th anniversary of World of Warcraft franchise, World of Warcraft has sold over 14 million copies. And now, number 1, Minecraft. Minecraft is a sandbox construction game created by Mojang AB founder Marcus Persson and inspired by the Infinitor, Dwarf Forest, and Dungeon Keeper games. Gameplay involves player interacting with the game world by placing and breaking various types of blocks in a three-dimensional environment. In this environment, players can build creative structures, creations, and artwork on multiplayer servers and on single-player worlds across the multiple game modes. Minecraft is available to all players for $23.95, $26.95 and £17.95. Minecraft has sold over 23 million copies.